whatever that you feel can take your mind off your everyday life, do that as often as you can, because those are the times whereby in most cases you come up with some of the solutions to sort out your personal problems. This is just based from my experiences, like whenever there's a spot in the hood where I used to go, and every time I remember most of my deepest challenges in life.
You've just stepped into An Empty Street, a podcast where we casually engage in difficult conversations about relationships, wealth, and health. We are just three curious gentlemen who ask questions almost about everything, and our aim is to find answers from others and within ourselves. We sit down every week to explore unaltered conversations. So let's walk the talk together, and welcome to the Empty Street Podcast.
In 3, 2, 1.
Rolling. Welcome to the Empty Street Podcast.
We back.
Another one, man.
We are live. Another Tuesday. Another week.
Another
class.
day.
Hello, Joe boy.
So
I hope everybody.
It's not oral for nothing.
It's not always for nothing. It's not always for nothing.
Just a chill day, gents. Hey, because I'll share them now.
Pauline.
Listen.
There's no taxi there, boy.
Listen.
Birds are chirping.
Sure, dog.
No cars. Well, there's a car, but like no traffic.
Yeah.
You're not like in the center of the city. That noise is done. You know how irritating that noise is, and I do think it affects like your stress levels.
Yeah, it does.
That constant hooting.
Definitely does.
It does.
It definitely
Yeah,
does.
sometimes you know, kuluma SK maybe says kuluma ngecall or
Hey, plus you have plumber.
so momlalelo uzuthi tusendleleni
Or rubber.
Even more lady mangifonelile. Why ngathi usendleleni? I'm like, nah.
sendling
Secouchini.
Uvula amafestele.
Ngisecouchini, just net kuyashisa ngivula amafestele. So, yeah.
Guys, I stay next to a main road, bruh.
Worse.
4:30, beep.
Yeah.
3 things are gonna wake me up. Quantum bell, smell samagunya, and charcoal. No, I'm just saying, like that is the time where they start doing their things.
In the morning.
And that smell is pretty strong, bro. So I can smell it.
Very distinct.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's be another day. Now my mind is now awake for another hour up until my alarm goes on.
Yeah, but it's funny how like we aspire to be living in the metropolitan, and only to find out that living
It's
in
not
the
what it is.
metropolitan.
It's not it.
Nah, it's not. It's not. And you get to understand why people move to the burbs.
Yeah.
And you get to understand why people will
Appreciate
prioritize
this.
hiking, will prioritize being around nature, being around surrounded by ihlahla, zesibona amazombi la ashaya izinto zabo.
Wrong tail.
So it's just getting to be surrounded by nature. It feels
is
different.
important ntwana njengawe nawe ungaveza nje inyawo
Bye.
sizihamba ngeenyawo ngithe mangibuza ukuthi uhambelana ngeenyawo wathi is trying to connect with the
Nature.
wangithola pheselele deyila yakho
Ngithi we constantly walking on iskontiri, so we don't get tired, and our primitives actually walk barefoot. Because I don't remember who was speaking with Uti about this, the importance of walking barefoot, young tall. And they're like, yo, I like tiptoe because I'm just on club, and I'm like, no, you get used to that. And in the school, and
you used to that shit.
Yo,
I remember,
and you'd have shoes, and you'd be like, fuck this shit.
Because I remember there was even a time in my primary school where they'd let you come barefoot.
Yeah.
So, but that wasn't with your formal clothes. So that was like maybe if you're wearing your shorts and golf tee, then if you want, you can come barefoot. And it was weird to me, like, people rock up, scale up barefoot. But I was like, oh, okay, it's dope. you know, because
I remember that.
It's quite dope because, I mean, now when you look at it, you know what I mean? But that was that's what I'm saying. Now we are conditioned to think shoes are much better than
marketing.
Yeah, well, you don't need shoes, but you've been conditioned to think with that. I can't walk without this shit. I need this shit. It hurts your feet instead. Pumama cons. All of these things.
It shapes your feet.
Exactly. It shapes your feet now.
Some therapy to straighten your toes.
Yeah,
or something.
Now you're getting bunions, all because of shoes.
Yeah, but guys, I mean, like, this urbanization that we live in, bro, like, we wake up in the morning, we go to work, you know, we deal with so many things, calls coming in, you deal with different people from Monday to Friday. And then when do you ever get time to just come to a place like this and just relax, look up, and actually take a deep breath? You know, and I feel like there's a lot of mental illnesses that are going around, you know, your depression being very common and whatnot. And I myself went through that. Oh yeah. Yeah, so like me. Hey Joe.
Episode.
I wanted to say something that I think too. Maybe we'll get better. And then it got better. But I'm yeah, but yeah, going on with what I was saying. I mean, like, I went through depression, and through that I learned Gucci. Being alone in a space whereby even with the wind blowing through trees, you hear some form of soothing sound, bro.
That's how to just move
you look weird,
you know. Yeah. And then that's how I actually developed my personal love for hiking. It's not really about the hike, but about the destination for me, you know, because you get at the top of a mountain peak, bro. You look there, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, guys. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't want to
do
lie
it for the views.
Yeah, but you do it for the views, boy. Not for the gram. I even had I don't take any pictures, honestly speaking. I feel like this is a moment
from
for
that
me.
moment.
Yeah. You know, if somebody wants to see this, they'll come.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin it for them, you know. So I feel like just for me, in my opinion, it's very important for ourselves to actually come to a point where we can gather ourselves, you know, gather our chakra, get our minds, you know, because
chakras.
Yeah, boy. Align those things, boy. Align those things, boy. You know, meditate. Meditation is very important to the mind. Yeah. If your mind is good, that your body can get to a better state.
What about this place? Do you think it's a good place to do such?
Oh yeah, for me, it's a good place because I've never been here. You know, I'm
Isn't it crazy that you are Pretoria
and I've never even been here, bro? Like driving up here, I was like, I'm gonna end up in the front of the gates, president, and but it's a very beautiful place. Yeah. It's a very relaxing place. I needed to be here today because I had a very long week.
I don't think many people realize there's such a place in Pretoria.
I feel like that would be safe.
When I saw those people. I was surprised.
Yeah,
because the last time was Bonanga.
And then when I remind you, mustn't get last time is SAP.
But it's crazy. Today didn't feel. I didn't feel.
We're free now because we've seen the
first time. But I wasn't expecting it to be like. I was expecting huge grass, not being maintained. It's being taken
Even
care
on
of.
the other side, you should go to Bakati, they left it halfway.
But you know one thing about nature is that it takes care of itself.
That's the thing.
Yeah. It takes care of itself.
Especially where we took a first shoot.
Yeah.
That one was not cut. It was natural.
Nature
and
the
way it last time the same way
Yeah. And winter comes, burns the fucking grass up.
Well, that's us.
Well, if lightning strikes,
not burn with it dries it up. It dries it up so that it doesn't grow.
Create new life.
Spring comes and then it starts from
create new life.
But I think you can learn a lot from nature, dog. I think the more you surround yourself with nature, is the more you understand life as well. Like I've always had a belief that life is just a cycle. like the Japanese concept, yin and yang. Is it Japanese or Buddhist?
Japanese.
Oh, Buddhism.
Yeah, one of
So
those.
part of-
Oh, monkey.
So
Yeah.
it's a cycle. It's a cycle. Even where we are, mind you, we can say, the world is bad, and there's a lot of crises and pandemics,
There's a lot of shit happening.
and
Load sheddings.
yeah, and cosdemics, zonke nje uyabona. So marekugcineni it was reset.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like the episode where we were talking about the clothing, the clothing is getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. I actually believe we will get to the generation where we are actually naked. Back to
We're
where we
going
started.
back, dog. We're going
To
back.
where so it's a cycle. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. We just need these events to happen for a great reset. For a great reset. Maybe the Adam and Eve was a great reset, but not the beginning of the world, because there were already people who were existing in a different city than Eden. Mara, that's not where we are right now. That's controversial, and some people might oppose what I'm saying or challenge it. Don't challenge it. Don't challenge it. I don't know what I'm talking about. But the point is the cycling. And even with our emotions and the way we feel, it's a cycle. You feel good, you feel bad. You feel good, you feel bad. And it depends where you are, as you were saying, Guti, being surrounded by the environment, just a town or in a CBD or where there's constant movement, whether Sekasi as well. Like your mind, it contributes to your state of mind as well. And there's something about being surrounded by trees, listening to the birds chirping, listening to nothing.
Yeah.
I'm sure of nothing.
Yeah, one. And there's a science behind it, like being close to trees. There's an aura that trees actually radiate. I don't know how true is that, but some people actually experience that. Yeah, one. So it just helps you. It grounds you in this busy world because we are constantly busy. Stella Shooty podcast each and every week, dog. We are releasing an episode. SID is busy. I'm side hustles. SID there's our 9 to 5. SID there's our relationships. SID there's our friendships. SID there's family. So we are busy, Mfana, and it requires us to be
Present.
part of
Present.
part of the movement. Be present in the
Be
movement.
healthy at the same
And
time.
but time to actually take care of our mental health and our spiritual health is we get a small time when it comes to that. And some people go to church on Sundays, each and every Sunday, but still it's not enough time for you to actually unwind from the 80-20 principle. It actually applies everywhere. The problems we have are 80%, and the 20% is the amount of time we are spending to solve them.
Yeah.
But are we effective though? And some people barely focus on going to the roots of solving their problems, which is surrounding yourself with nature, doing the things like going back is challenging in these times, but it's necessary. That's why there's a price on it. That's why there's a price for you to go into the ocean. That's why there's a price for you to go into the wild. That's why there's a price for you to go to see the animals. So there's luxury in that, I believe. The luxury is not in the metropolitans, but the luxury is where we come from as species. That's why there's a price on that.
And I kind of feel like everybody has their way of unwinding, because now I'm thinking of different ways that other people unwind, right?
And
you
us
find,
as well.
yeah,
We have
you
different
find,
ways. We're not always here. Dog.
yeah,
You
know.
Shire.
you find, what's up?
Bama.
What's up, Joe? So like, I mean, you find people that go to movies to unwind. They will be there, looking at a movie, but they're not watching. You know, they're probably thinking about other things, and then you
Still
find
distracted.
people. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Still distracted.
And then you find people that just want to drive, nje.
Yeah, long drives.
Long drives, nje. He's not going anywhere in particular, but he's just, wanting to take a long drive, And like whatever works for you, whatever that you feel can take your mind off your everyday life, do that as often as you can, because those are the times whereby in most cases you come up with some of the solutions to sort out your personal problems. This is just based from my experiences, like whenever there's a spot in the hood where I used to go, and every time I remember most of my deepest challenges in life, I went there and I just had my own time, and I remember there was a few times where I actually shed a few tears there because of some things in my life. But fact is that when I was there were times whereby I came up with solutions, and they helped me. So that was my way of kind of unwinding first, just being okay with what's happening and whatever doing or whatever I can do about it to feel okay about it. After that, I got to a mental state whereby I'm like, okay, this is the problem. What kind of solutions can I put forth? In your head, you start running these tests, into, okay, if I go this route, would this be helpful? If I go this route, would this be helpful? So, ladies and gentlemen, it is important to unwind. The world is such a busy place. You will find yourself, you would think, I was just 21 not so long ago. Now I'm gunning to 30, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if I look back and I think about it, I ask myself, Gucci, in this few years between 21 and 28, which moments do I remember truly being happy? And that fucks me up because I can't remember, because it's always just very small moments, very small moments. And these moments, don't worry, we won't get hit. And these moments, I feel like for me, I feel like they're very small. I feel like I'm on this world once and I need to be more happy. You know what I'm saying? Above all things, I need to be happy. I don't want to be stressed, even though stress is there, but I don't want to be stressed. So yeah, man, like unwind. You can come here with a glass of wine.
That's what normally people say
when
they say they're unwinding.
Some
Netflix and a glass of wine, but alcohol is involved in the unwinding. But I feel like, well, it depends on how you're consuming that alcohol. Is it just for that moment, or are you escaping? Are you using it as like an escape?
Distract you from
as a distraction.
state,
So when it starts being that, it's no longer unwinding. Now it's a problem. Now you're running away from facing the shit you're dealing with. But being in places like these or spaces like these, or just in some solitude, some quiet, dude. You practice some introspection. Because it's just you and your thoughts. So you are literally forced.
To just face your thoughts,
Yeah, but most people will be like, okay, dope spot, picnic.
Let me listen to music.
Picnic with someone else. Or something else. That's the alcohol, the phone, which you can scroll, take pictures,
you're still distracted.
That you can get the dopamine. So it's still distraction. So I like it when you specify with just you and your thoughts. And solitude is very important, because in solitude you can learn more about yourself, you can learn more about your values and beliefs, and you also get an opportunity to be self-reliant. You don't always need company. You're someone who can...
I know I'm guilty I'm a social person. So I think that sometimes works in my disadvantage, because being alone is, yes, I can sit alone, I don't mind it, but I'd prefer being around people instead, So in a place like this, I'll definitely appreciate it, because then I get time to actually just be by myself, But I know that I need to obviously take time, and you don't always have to be around people. Is what I need to remind myself of, But I've become so used to being that kind of person that anything else obviously it still feels weird, but I can do it regardless.
Because in thing I understand my exactly understanding more especially to us as black people, it becomes a challenge just being alone. That's why I'm of to this card to maybe car back shield or sell one. The only thing that we have to do just make sure we have a movie to watch, we have
enough
a phone
food
that has data, we have food. Or if that's not the case, you throw a party.
Project X.
Young tall.
Hey,
Project X.
That's normally the first thing in my mind, bro.
I understand.
Why?
So,
Where's the bride stand at?
So everything is into this mostly, especially as people at our age. We're trying to make sure that we are well entertained. Every time I told chance say entertain. See that was entertainers is manje masihlangene kanje ezimajens, dlala TV game or dlala PlayStation, but everything that is part of it distraction. Instead of just facing straight up my issues esibhekana now. But it's not easy. It's not easy like ubheke reality than ukuthi utry uyibalekele, because mazo uyibalekele it makes things easier. It makes things ukuthi ukhona ukubona ukuthi okay, then ngiyakhona ukuthi ngiyenze lo ngicabange half then ngiphinde ukuthi ngiyenze into ezikanje. But just reality so ukuthi ubheke izinto ezikanjalo mfana, it's ayikho easy and akusiyinto yanomobile. That's why by all means we try at least if ngiza la then I make sure ukuthi ngithatha ugele. Thothi maybe uzothatha ugele omusha ozowazi ukuthi because ugele omjwayele like you senikhulume too much, but mawuzothola omusha it makes things easier, it's fun. Ngithola kuba easy ukuthi at least even then zoyikhuluma ama conversation are new unlike umuntu omkenayo before, ngithola. So that's why mawuzoza endaweni kanje ukuthi at least mangaya lapha ngifike phethe ingubo siya relaxa. Then from there to you is unwinding. That's why I told abanye abocherry bebazothi mina before ungazi I just need you to take me to a natural place where we just have our own time. This person at the end of the day, as much as azoshuti I'm trying to know you through in nature, no, there is a deep reason behind that. A deep reason is that she's running from something and now she's trying to use you as an escape or is trying to use you at the same time ukuthi akhona ukuthi ahile or associate nalento ukuthi uzile la, but akazelanga for yena, uzile ukuthi at the same time for yena but unomunye umuntu then azofila ngathi uyenzini into ekumele yenze whereas akayenza. I understand. So ezinye izinto ezikanjalo ukuthi we're not being honest when it comes to saying ukuthi if then you're trying to uhile then, but then when you're thinking ukuthi I know I'm doing the best while you know ukuthi mangizoza la before ngiza la I know ukuthi mangeza nebhodlela esikhe ngingasalada avaya wedwa ntwana uzosho ukuthi asifa so chill, you understand. So izinto ezenza so wenza ukuthi nawe uzumchipa khona ufeel better ukuthi okay anginyanga ngeke because why wedwa ukhumbule ukuthi if uyimira ubhekane nayo wedwa,
Sure,
akekho umuntu ozokuncedisa ukuthi adona marabheka kunale indlebe le right le khona ukuhlekisa, but then it's you and only you, then uyayibona ukuthi i-challenge and thina into esitry ukubalekela ama-challenge njengalawo. The only thing esifunayo is fun. Hence besikhuluma before even i-episode besikhuluma ngezinye izinto ezi-easy ukuthi if uyasi-check thina especially people at our own age ukuthi we're always looking for things that are fun because we're always trying to escape from this pain.
sure.
Escape from something. Then masithole lento leyo then it makes things a bit better. But then we don't get the chance ukuthi sikhona ukuthi uhlale and be yourself. Ukhona reflect ngezinto reflecta ngayo. Uthi ya reflector kancane then uzikhala ifoni ikhala thing then already gone. Wangithola i-distraction into encane then already uthi usahleli uzomunye memeza abekhe kwenzakalani oreso yaphuma so hlole lapha khona. Yangithola izinto lezi ezincane because we living at the busy city. Yangithola sometimes we be busy city or busy ikasi. Yangithola because ikasi siphuma kulo nekasi esikulo now it's different. Yangithola ikasi uzolithola ePitori njenge-social uyazi ukuthi estradini yakuhlala nganabantu unlike ikasi uphuma kulo maybe ungazi ukuthi ngeSunday vele la nokuthuleka nje nganabantu but use-social but ne-social yazi ukuhlala kunabantu abaphuzayo basendleleni and uyazi ukuthi that day kusuke kubhizi bawubhorekile wenzani uyaphuma uyala noma uthi unganaphi uphethe ibhodlela lamanzi uyahlala uzobona wonke umuntu ofuna ukumbona uzobona ithama ubona abantwana ubona yonke into ofuna ukuyibona. So i-distraction is everywhere. Distraction is anything okhona ukuthi u-associate ngayo, then we don't get to challenge ourselves to a point with okay now cabanga ukuthi at least mangathi ngibela ngesigaya leso sikhathi and iba i-challenge ebhathi uyabona intwana ukuthi kube le sickness ongayifuni ngobona mawuzizwa ufuna uphathwa yiflu washo just angifunda athi ungathola umuntu fast khona ukuthi ngikhiphe but at the end of the day yila izokhona ukuthi kuncede khona ukuthi usibone wena ukuthi ubani and khona ukuthi uconnect nawe but akusinto efunayo immediately mawuyithola sofuna ukuthi uattack masinyana ukuthi usale uyi-1 yabo so ezinye izinto ezikanjalo so but then at the end of the day isikhathi esikanje ezisisho ukuthi we do need it ukuthi at least ukhona ukuthi uyi-connect nawe as besikhulumile episode isiphethe lo onibani sipho sethu yeah ukuthi at least as amanye ama-trauma esikuwo you just need to ukuthi face them and if more face I go through the emotions if you think ukuthi ukhala if you think ukuthi at least you relax nawe ucabanga indlela ufuna ucabanga if ufuna ukubhala bhala if ufuna ukuthi uyi-record if ufuna ukuthi uyicule but at the end of the day as long as you go through that go through the process then it makes things easier. So yizo zonke into ezikanjalo chance as long as isikhona ukuthi siface more is especially as more umuntu ekukhona ukuthi uhlale every day kuba unabantu eziboshile ukuthi mina I feel better if unabanye abantu sure unabanye abantu but unesikhathi sakho one that's why bathi the best time is time when you at the toilet.
Uyi-1 so it's just you and your thoughts and that sound
le ngeke uzikhona kuyi-escape
singena ama-toilet nama-phone manje
yeah
and you literally take it with you.
You understand
you literally take it with you.
Phones and belts are the most dirty things ever because you're busy at the toilet and still touching your phone. You go and mawuqeda everything angithi awawash izandla ufake ibelt yakho and then you wash izandla so ibelt in your phone
already has
same WhatsApp group matter that's not
you just made me look at a belt in a whole different way, bro. Like you out here trying to make me get like now I'm thinking of getting those small sanitizer packs, bro. Just sanitize my belt real quick. Well, let's just sanitize my phone there. You know.
But there's a lot of distractions, man.
Yeah, there are a lot of distractions.
Some people are not like don't have access to these kind of places where they're surrounded by nature, and some can't afford to actually be in this type of spaces.
But this is free of charge.
But yeah, it's free of charge.
Free of charge.
But I think that's what we should be constantly looking for, to be in this type of spaces, because we are in the office, or if not in the office, in the club, or if not in the club, at home with company or something.
There's
a ton shit of distractions, things that will distract you from actually facing whatever you're facing. But I think the best thing we can do for ourselves is to silence. For instance, now silence is it's an awkward thing.
Is it though, or is it just a peaceful thing?
It's both.
I guess it depends on how you look at it.
Because sometimes you take it out of context, man. Oh, it's just
if you're looking for peace, then it's a quiet thing. What did you say it is? Silence is?
Hey, wow.
So costly.
It's the most awkward thing.
You said so.
Yeah.
And then you
because
said
we always want to feel it.
And
out.
I was like, is it though? Yeah. So I had.
Because if you go back and watch this episode, after I said that, I kept quiet, and you filled it up.
Yeah. I did fill it up. Yeah.
Even
with
now,
the question,
even
though,
now,
with the
when
question,
he was
though.
asking Gucci silence the what? I kept quiet. And you wanted to fill it up because it seemed like I was thinking. I remember what I just said, but it was just like that silence, Gucci.
Yeah.
How are you gonna feel in silence? Will you want to make your mind will want to make assumptions with that's why he's quiet. Yeah, one. So
you made an awkward example of that.
So another thing is meditation. We always think with meditation, Gucci, we want to silence our minds, and you'll never succeed in meditation if that's your like primary goal. Like meditation is just it's like sitting next to a street, like just beside a street, and letting the cars move. That's you beside the street, and the cars moving are your thoughts. Just let them move as they want. Don't try to stop the cars. Don't try to silence the cars. Just let them be. That's meditation. That's you sitting and learning about those cars moving. Oh, that's a red car. Oh, nice. That's a blue car. Oh, nice. Oh, hooter. It's louder than the previous one. Okay, sure. That's it. That's meditation. You're not trying to silence your mind. You're not trying to be in a peaceful state, because the more you try, the more you'll fail. So you just have to sit in silence and listen. That's what meditation is. And that's what most people struggle with. Just sitting in silence and not doing anything. And lately that's something I've been practicing a lot. Like 2 times a day I make sure I just sit in silence and not do anything. My habit is always filling up my mind with something. I like learning about new things. I like watching educational content on YouTube or reading books. So lately I'm like, okay, I should dedicate this amount of time in my life, in my day, to just be silent and not do anything. Though I understand there's a lot of movement happening where I stay, but for me it's like I don't want to silence that movement that's happening. I'm not trying to silence the problems that I have that are running through my mind, but I just want to sit, listen to them, and hopefully I can learn something from them. Even with conversations, something that you mentioned when we were sitting the other side, saying something and keeping quiet.
Yeah.
Most people want to always talk. And I also suffer from that to a certain extent. But it's just realizing, sometimes you don't have to say anything when you're with someone. Sometimes you should just be present with someone without any conversation. And mostly in relationships, because I think our partners are the people we spend the most time with. Just sitting in silence, but present. Be good, but we're just sitting in silence, and it becomes more enjoyable when you're sitting with someone in silence.
I gotta try that. I gotta try that.
Yeah.
Last thoughts?
Yeah, no.
Because I think my
I see Valeni before Pumindlele. See Valeni.
Unwind.
Yeah.
Last thoughts?
And when
Unwindani, guys. Unwindani.
Yeah,
Kumnandi unwind.
Kumandi.
Without the wine.
Yeah. Without the wine, just unwind. Yeah.
Without the wine.
Yeah. Just unwind.
Maybe there's
And don't
something
be
you can
afraid.
find.
And don't be afraid of your thoughts.
Yeah.
As much as your thoughts can be, you might think they work against you. What he said, sitting down and just analyzing what you're going through, I think that's very important, because sometimes there's so much happening that we do so much and we don't even realize, I'm messing up there, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, man, just have some time to yourself, switch off your phone, just put it in flight mode, bro, chill, and just let whatever you're thinking about come. If it's flooding in, let it flood in. Let it flood in.
Yeah.
Because that way you are not only identifying a lot of things that you're going through, but you can be able to ask sensible questions in terms of finding remedies for that. So that's what I took out from what you said, boy.
Yeah.
Hello, it's your boy.
As we always say,
Take
Oh no,
care.
my last words.
Yeah.
My last words are I'm gonna give you a challenge. Try to go off on social media for a week. That's another thing that's another way to unwind.
yeah.
Just go
But
on
before
for
you do
off
that,
social-
just check when our episodes are going to be, and then preset that, and then after that you find sharp.
Yeah.
yeah. But as you always say,
Take care
take
of
care of yourselves, take care of each other, and take care of your podcast. This is the Empty Street Podcast, and we're signing out.
Hello,
Your boy.
hello, your boy, kids.
Another boy's sleeping.
It's the connection. He's unwinding now. Let me